What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video, we're going to be checking out some Master League Premier Cup battles. Now, before we do, I just want to let you guys know that for the past couple days, you guys may have noticed there was no videos on the channel, and that is because I have been taking a break as my dad has come to visit. If you guys didn't know, I do live in England with my wife and kids, and my dad got to meet the kids for the very first time, because my children were born during COVID, so obviously there was no travel and all of that, and they finally got to make it out here. So it was an amazing week that we did have together. But we are back now, and we have a battle shoutcast submission from We Are Love Joys, bringing the Community Day Haxorus along with Togekiss and a Gyarados. This team looks pretty cool, so let me know what you guys think. All right, getting into the first battle, we have Togekiss on the lead versus Dragonite. Well, obviously a very positive matchup, and I just want to know from you guys if you guys prefer Flamethrower or Aura Sphere right here on Togekiss, but either way, the Charm and Ancient Power is very nice, and we will see a swap out now into Gyarados here to catch the charge move, as it is going to be Aqua Tail, which is resisted. So that's a beautiful catch right there, and they do have Dragon Breath, which is very advantageous in this matchup, even though they are behind on levels. If you guys look at the combat power right there, that might be because of Best Buddy there on the Gyarados. So let's see what okay, they're just going to decide to go for the crunch. I thought maybe we see a little Aqua Tail and farm down, but ultimately they're going to go for the crunch, get this Gyarados out of there, and then they can still do a good amount of super effective damage against the Dragonite, and unfortunately don't get the crunch off, but they do maintain switch alignment right here, as Togekiss now is going to be soaking the charge move from Dragonite. Now, this Dragonite does have Dragon Tail as a fast move. Oh, no, there's an extra drill. Well, that's a good game. Rock, paper, scissors here in game one. Haxorus is going to make quick work of extra drill. Drill Run will still do a lot of neutral damage, as Haxorus isn't the tankiest Pokemon. But what's cool about Haxorus with Breaking Swipe, as that Community Day move, it's very low energy, it's stab, and it also lowers the attack of your opponent. It's really, really nice. Somewhat like an Icy Wind, if you guys weren't aware. So they're just going to go ahead and counter down. They'll have a Breaking Swipe, and, well, yeah, that's going to be a good game. Rock, paper, scissors there in game one. Let's see what game two is going to provide for us. We have Togekiss on the lead versus Haxorus. Shiny Haxorus, Best Buddy. Beautiful flex, but ultimately going to be facing off against Togekiss, and we see once again another Gyarados. Now, this is the Master League Premier Cup, which means legendaries and mythicals are banned, but it is still level 50 in terms of the level ups here from the Pokemon, so there's no more level 40 cups, unfortunately, as a couple seasons back Niantic did state that that was going to be the case. Now, this is a Dragon Breath on Dragon Breath matchup, and this is going to be tough because if the opponent decides to shield, which they do get the defense drop though, so hopefully they can farm down. No, the opponent gets to the charge move, but they will give up the shield, and hopefully that Dragon Breath is going to be enough damage so they can maintain switch. Yes, they can. Beautiful. That is absolutely perfect, and they do have an Aqua Tail. I believe the Haxorus came back in, so this is going to be resisted right here. Yeah, it did decide to come back in. They will get, I believe was that counter? No. Okay, we're going to see a Metagross in the back. So this is still going to be somewhat of a tough matchup if Haxorus was running Night Slash. Obviously, that'd be much more favorable, as Breaking Swipe will lower the attack, but Metagross here might just be able to get to 2. It's going to be close. In terms of the health remaining, especially since Breaking Swipe is going to be resisted. But if Metagross gets to the Meteor Mash in time, there might be a bit of trouble right here, especially since they shielded. Let's see if they get to it. Yeah, they do. So Haxorus here might go down. This is 2 Breaking Swipes, though, so let's see if it was enough attack debuff. No, it definitely was not. Boom! But Togekiss here gets to the Ancient Power. They decide to go for that instead of going for the Aura Sphere, and it's not enough damage, but that's okay. They do get the farm down, and now it's going to be Charm versus Haxorus. And can Haxorus do enough damage with Breaking Swipe in order to win this game? Oh, here's the charge move. I don't think it's going to be enough. Even Earthquake. They did decide to go for the Earthquake. Oh, almost! Togekiss almost got it. But this is why, right, Haxorus has a good matchup. All right, we got a lead loss. I just want to cover that. Haxorus has a good matchup against Metagross with Night Slash, but without it, it's kind of tough because of the raw neutral damage and bulk that it has. Now we see, once again, Gyarados mirrors in the mid game here. Gyarados, probably one of the best safe swaps here, as we don't see typically a lot of electrics. I know there are some fans out there of Shadow Ampharos in any league. They'll just use it. So if that's you, let us know. And how is it going for the Master Premier? I mean, maybe even Electivire could be good, but I don't think any other electrics would really stand out. But Gyarados right here in the mid game, obviously very, very strong, as they're going to go ahead and go for crunches. And Dragon Breath, I think in this meta really helps out against, or firstly in the mid. Oh my goodness, they're actually able to survive right there. And they do maintain switch advantage, or flip switch advantage, I should say, so that they can have Haxorus up against Metagross, as now this is again a bait game. When you have Night Slash, you can easily take this, but if not, you have to land that Earthquake. And we do see a swap out into Haxorus, so fully taking an advantage of switch advantage here from the mid game, as they're going to go ahead and fully charm down. They'll be able to go for an Aura Sphere to take out or get the final shield here from Metagross. And then they should be able to go for Earthquake. But that's going to all depend on Metagross's energy, because Haxorus does not have an Earthquake ready to go. So if Metagross can time this correctly and build up to 2 Meteor Mashes, it's going to be a good game. They decided to let that charge move go through, as well as the Aura Sphere just doesn't do enough. Metagross gets the double charge moves, and Haxorus is going down, unfortunately. They're going to go ahead and go for Breaking Swipe in a desperate attempt to lower the attack here of Metagross to hopefully survive a Meteor Mash, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think they do have 2 charge moves right here. So there's 1, and yep, there's 2. So that's going to be a good game. And this is why Metagross is always meta in the Master League, whether it's Open Master League or Premier Cup. It really shines more in the Premier Cup, but it's just so good. Now Gyarados here on the lead, they do decide to swap out into Metagross, so they're going to go ahead and bring in their own Gyarados. And this is still a good matchup. You're resisting the Meteor Mashes, you're resisting the Earthquakes. You do need to watch out for Psychic, but you can do super effective damage with Crunch, which is what they're going to go for right away. Now Meteor Mash still hits like an absolute truck. It doesn't matter. It does, you know, about 30-40%. They do get the defense drop here, so they could go for the farm down if they want to. Safely give up a shield here, Dragon Breath down, and then we will see some maybe a double crunch on the back end versus the lead Gyarados, which that Gyarados probably has Dragon Breath, considering they swapped out. So let's see what they decide to do. And I also wouldn't be surprised if there's Excadrill in the back. So yeah, Gyarados is going to go ahead and come in. That did look like a water move right there. It was hard to tell the animation. Let's see, we'll see it on this one. Yep, it was Waterfall, which means they can get to 2 crunches in time. And again, if there's a Metagross safe swap with the Gyarados lead, I would not be surprised if there is a steal in the back. Magnezone, there's another electric. How did I not know that? My goodness, I love Magnezone. They're going to go ahead and just get countered down. The opponent knows it's over, so they're letting it happen. I was saying earlier, you know, Ampharos, Electivire, it's been so long since I've been in the Master League because I got basically cut out once it stopped being level 40. So it's been about 2 seasons. Obviously Magnezone is the best electric. Jeez. Some of you probably commented that below and go, ZyoniK, how did you forget about that? And then realize that, oh yes, I just realized myself. All right. Good game. We got Haxorus on the lead and a Gyarados safe swap with Waterfall. So they're going to look to now swap into their own Gyarados to try to catch the charge move here. But Dragon Breath still going to put in some work. They do have energy loaded on that Togekiss, but they don't really need it for the Haxorus matchup, as Crunch does get the defense drop. These debuffs are popping off today, as these are percentages. They're not guaranteed. Let's see if we get a Crunch debuff right back. Well, it doesn't matter. You're dead. Okay, so we're going to see the Haxorus probably come back in, but that's still going to be tough because you're taking super effective damage with fast moves while being resisted from counter. Now, they do get to the Breaking Swipe in time, or Night Slash, whatever they're deciding to run here. It is going to be Breaking Swipe, so that will be enough. Togekiss is going to go ahead and come in right away, and it is going to be a Metagross in the back, so we will see that Haxorus come out here. And in a 2-shield situation, wow, they actually got a shield there. Maybe they didn't, were worried about the flamethrower. So Haxorus now in a very good position. When you have these Metagross matchups like we've seen earlier, if you're in even shields or behind on shields, you're gonna lose. But if you're in 2-to-1 shield situation or 1-to-0, you're gonna win. So let's see if this Earthquake does land though. It does. Boom! See ya! Haxorus now, Mirror Fight, and this is all over. This Haxorus from We Are Lovejoys is going to be taken over right here as they do land the Breaking Swipe, as well as the opponent decide to let it go through. So that is going to be a good game, very well played. All right, moving to the next one, we got Togekiss on Togekiss. Shiny on the other side. I actually prefer the non-shiny version. Just looks a bit better in my opinion, but that's just me. Some shinies are like not meant to be shiny. Now, one of my all-time favorite shinies is going to be Metagross. That is by far my favorite shiny Pokemon of all time. It just looks so good. As Ancient Power does land, and we get the boost! Obviously, you gotta shield the Togekiss right here. There could be double steal in the back. No, it's a dragon in the back. It's Haxorus. This thing is going to get deleted. Togekiss is going to go on a tear now as they safely no shield because they're going to be resisting the Night Slash. And is it going to be another dragon back there? Or a fighter? Machamp? What's it going to be? Oh, man. No, it's going to be a Gholdengo. Very interesting. I did not see that coming. They're going to go ahead and go for Ancient Power here as they will now swap out into Gyarados. Gholdengo coming into this meta. This is the first time I've seen it in the Master League. I saw it in the Ultra League before. And Shadow Balls, I mean, I don't know how much damage this is going to do, but obviously it's a Shadow Ball, so we'll have to see if it can one-shot the Gyarados. As Aqua Tail now coming through gets the first shield from Gholdengo, but Gholdengo is in a very good position to potentially sweep this game if the damage output is there. That's what it all matters, right? If the Shadow Ball can KO, it cannot. That is unfortunate, but they might just be able to get the farm down right here with Hex. So let's see if We Are Lovejoys can come back right here. They do have, oh, a beautiful swap by the opponent. Unfortunately, We Lovejoys in a very tough position. Gholdengo has a lot of energy. They're going to go ahead and get farmed down. Uh-oh, but they do have a sack swap situation. They're going to come in. No, they don't get it. Gholdengo. Oh, no. This is so scary. Gholdengo, you're not going to one-shot. Focus Blast. Oh, it doesn't one-shot. Does it get countered down? No, it gets the Breaking Swipe in time, and that is going to be a good battle. Oh, I feel like the opponent might have thrown it there. I know they go, oh, 1 HP in a dream. Was that the final battle? No, it wasn't. But if you stuck around long enough, that was it. That was a back and forth right there. I think the win con for Gholdengo was to go double Shadow Ball. In all honesty, because it probably would have done enough to do about 50% HP, and you can get to another one since they were maxed on energy. So you could have gone for 2. I mean, you can't go back to back. Oh, we got another boost right here. You can't go back to back, but you can do that extra Hex, right? As Haxorus didn't have enough energy, as they do shield the Dazzling Gleam, maintain switch advantage, have even shields, and they get a Haxorus coming in as they go for another Ancient Power. I don't even know if it's worth going for the Ancient Power. I feel like, okay, well, they get a shield, so that was definitely worth it. But the Charm damage might have been better if they didn't get a shield. But we will see Gyarados now come in, and they're going to go ahead and let this first charge move go through. Breaking Swipe not going to be too threatening right away as they can farm down. Final Pokemon is going to be an Excadrill. Woo, this one just went quick. It's all over here. They're going to go ahead and let this go through. It can't get one shot, even though Excadrill and Haxorus are both glassy. The Drill Run is just not enough damage, and the opponent decides to surrender right there. That was a quick one. The previous game took a while, and it was a lot of back and forth. That one was just straight up like, done. All right, we got Golisopod here on the lead. That is spicy. Shadow Claw, X Scissor, Liquidation. Let's see what it can do against Togekiss. So far, it's losing to these fast moves, but Liquidation is going to make up for it with the damage that it can output. But Togekiss does have access to Ancient Power. While it's not the hardest hitting charge move, it is super effective damage against bug type Pokemon. So they're going to go ahead and give up a shield. No boost there as they now swap into Gyarados, which is going to be resisting everything, and Togekiss now comes in. This is a beautiful swap in for We Are Lovejoys because now they free up the Haxorus on the back end. Yes, counter against the Golisopod isn't the best, but it's a lot better than facing off against a Togekiss, right? So they're going to go ahead and go for these Aqua Tails for neutral damage, hoping maybe, trying to get the final shield of this game, but Togekiss is going to go ahead and throw the charge move here. Gyarados has an opportunity to try to get switched, but they're not going to go for it as they let Ancient Power go through. They got to come in with their own Togekiss and farm down. So let's see if they can pull this off. We got to find out what that final Pokemon is, because it could be another fairy. Let's find out. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Here comes the Golisopod, and this is the tough call. Do you give up a shield, or do you just let it go? They're going to decide to let it go. X-Scissors, not enough to KO. They're going to swap into Haxorus right away, and the final Pokemon is going to be a Gyarados with Dragon Breath. But Haxorus is already at the breaking swipe, lowering that attack of the Gyarados right here. So the Dragon Breaths are going to be doing less and less damage. They can safely shield the charge moves, but they got to be careful about the health remaining on Golisopod. Because the Shadow Claws, I think, might just be able to KO through the Haxorus because it's resisting counters. Yeah, they're deciding to let it go. Oh, this is going to be such a tough one. They have to go for it. Oh, man, it's going to come down to fast moves right here. Golisopod, how much health did you have remaining? It was somewhat low. Oh, no. Oh, simultaneous KO. All right. There we go. I think the Charm coming in, they would have won that anyways. I thought Golisopod had a little bit more. But ultimately, Haxorus there with counter actually did a lot. But this was pretty fun. A pretty cool team with the core of Togekiss and Haxorus. And then having Gyarados as the safe swap, which did very, very well for them with Dragon Breath, Crunch, and Aqua Tail. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Shout out to We Are Love Joys for sharing these battles with us. And like always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.